holiness. Because they said, without it, no eye shall see God. That was the time when Christians will say, Lord, you can take the whole world and let me have you. They didn't edit it. They were that dogged. Somebody can be a secretary in the office and then you tell him, inflate the figure. He will be offended that you had the temerity to tell him to offend the figure. He will leave that place and go into a fast. Does that mean my Christianity has not yet affected these people to know that I'm a Christian? That they are able to tell me that you tell a Christian to take bribe, you have insulted him. And the person will not be careful to answer you. Like the 3 Hebrew boys, they will tell you, oh king, we are not careful to answer you in this matter. If you like, make the fire 7 times hotter. We will not bow. In fact, they will stand up and tell you, I will not do it. I am a Christian. And if you want, do whatever you want. Terminate this job now. I'm happy to go home. Those were the days where Christians could embrace poverty if riches will stand in the way of their walk with God. Because they knew the pathway Jesus himself taught them. You could not, see, if they tell you this is a Christian, they will just go. That means that plan have spoiled. If you were planning on something before, and they tell you there's a Christian involved, you say, why? The only thing you can do for that thing to go ahead is to remove that Christian from there. And if you are bringing another person, make sure he's not a Christian. Check his name very well. If he's Oduduwa, bring him. But if he has anything like Christian, run away. Because they knew the difference between serving God and serving Mammon. But a new generation emerged. And what they taught them is give, it shall be given unto you. It doesn't matter what you do. You know, when I was teaching you about prosperity, I told you there were 5 layers. Seed time and harvest is the Noahic covenant. When you enter the Abrahamic covenant, it moved from seed time and harvest. It became faith and circumcision. But seed time and harvest was not thrown away because the lesser is included in the greater. When you want to build a 5-story building, you don't destroy the foundation because you are building the 5th floor. So seed time and harvest is still there, but in addition, you have faith and circumcision. And then you enter the Mosaic covenant, where God shows you his law. So you begin to live out the laws of God. And then you enter the Davidic covenant, where it became about relationship. And then you enter the Messianic covenant, which is the combination of all, where prosperity is about love, because where a man's treasure is, that's where his heart is. Prosperity is about honor, because you honor the Lord with your substance. Prosperity is about responsibility, because my kingdom through prosperity shall be spread abroad. And prosperity is about faith in God. I don't depend on anything but you. And this is what Jesus was teaching them as the foundation of supernatural prosperity. That you come to a point where you are doggedly committed to God. Even if you have to perish for it, you are willing to do it, because money is not your God. And when Paul was teaching on this subject, Paul went further to say in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10, he said the love of money is the root of all evil. And so when a man loves money more than God, it's not God that will prosper him. Another spirit may prosper him. This is what Jesus taught his disciples. And that's why they were rugged and dogged. In fact, when John was teaching, in 1 John, he said, chapter 3, I think from verse 1, he said, I wish above all things that thou mightest prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospereth. That means the benchmark of God's prosperity to a man is the degree that that man loves and knows the Lord. God cannot allow you have more than you know him. And so Jesus was teaching them, if you want to prosper supernaturally, your allegiance to me must be superior to every other allegiance. Because you can't serve God and serve Mammon. There are many people serving Mammon, but they were only taught, give, it shall be given unto you. So they are adding God and Mammon together. That's why even after giving the whole tithe, the whole offering, the whole seed, you'll still discover that they are toiling like every other person is toiling. And in order for them not to appear as if they are not grateful to God, nothing is happening, but they say, God, you have done very well. You have done so much for me. Because they are hoping that if they are saying that, God may be moved. The spirit realm is a legalistic realm. If you prosper supernaturally, all of us will know. It can't hide himself. Paul said that your profiting may be made manifest to all. But the first on the corridor is not to serve two masters. You should become so dogged that it's an insult for certain offers to be brought to you. If they know you are there, they should be afraid. So the first thing Jesus taught that makes for supernatural prosperity is a dogged loyalty and allegiance to God. The second thing Jesus taught is for you to trust him for provisions. Because it's possible for you to build your confidence on the systems. That means no matter how impeccable the system becomes, you will never find yourself trusting the system as your sustenance. Because if you do, the system will become your father. The word father in the Hebrew is the word fundus. And fundus means foundation. And the word father in the Greek is the word pater. Pater means nourisher and sustainer. So if I'm working in an oil company, for example, there are two mentalities and mindsets I will sustain. Number one is that I am not here to be sustained. I am here as an ambassador of the kingdom to represent God's interest. Because he said in Matthew 28 verse 18, go into all the world. So this is my own world. And my promotion